welcome to WNL Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. This week we'll speak with men's lacrosse coach Gene McCabe, men's track and field captain Patrick Robertson, and women's tennis captain Brooke Donnelly. But first, a quick look back at the weekend in Washington and Lee athletics. Dana Lee earned All-America honors for the third time in her career, placing 8th in the long jump at the Division III Indoor Track and Field Championships at Grinnell. Ron Tassoni represented the wrestling team at the NCAA meet in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, falling to the two-time defending national champion in the first round and wrapping up his career with a program record 97 wins. Men's tennis scored a victory over number 15 Mary Washington, topping the Eagles 5-4 in Lexington. Baseball split another road ODAC doubleheader, beating Lynchburg 2-1 in Game 1 before dropping the second contest 8-6. Women's lacrosse fell 10-3 to 6th-ranked Gettysburg, and men's lacrosse opened up conference play with a 10-7 home victory over Hampton-Sydney. With me in the studio is men's lacrosse coach Gene McCabe. Gene, welcome back to the show.
Oh, it's great to be back, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
How pleased were you with the team's performance against the Tigers, especially the second half of that game?
I was very pleased. I thought from beginning to end, we worked very hard, and I think that was one of the things. We wanted to make sure that our effort was at a high level throughout the whole game, and I thought that was consistent. It was definitely a closely contested game throughout, and we were fortunate to get a good run there in the third quarter and then hold that lead to get a very good ODAC win.
WNL had to replace several starters at both ends of the field this spring. You've got a lot of underclassmen seeing major minutes. How have those young players adapted to big roles in the field?
I've been really impressed with the way our young guys have adapted to those roles and taken on those responsibilities. I think it's a byproduct of how hard they've been working in practice, how well they prepared themselves in the off season. And we've got a first-year starter at close D, and John Broderick, who's playing well, and first-year starter at attack, AJ Witherell, who's playing exceptional, and a bunch of sophomores out there really contributing to the team's success. But I think the real credit goes to the leadership that our seniors are showing, and day in and day out in practice. That's really helping our first years settle in, I think, better. They have that great leadership day in and day out.
The Generals have something special going on with this Saturday's game against Virginia Wesleyan. Tell us about Play for the Cure.
Yeah, Catherine Fair, alum, women's lacrosse goalie, heads up that program, and I connected with her, and we've designated this weekend's game against Virginia Wesleyan at home at 7 o'clock as a Play for the Cure game. We've already in the last week or so raised quite a bit of money. We've exceeded our goal. We hope to keep that going and build momentum towards the end of the week. I think it's such an important thing. It's part of our mission in our lacrosse program to try to improve the lives of those in our community. And this is one way we're doing that. And we all know somebody who's been affected by cancer, and this is one way our team can help make a difference.
You've got one ODAC game down and 8 to go. What's the scouting report on the rest of the conference schedule?
Well, it doesn't get easier. All these ODAC contests are going to be tough. But right now we're focused on the next one, which is an undefeated Virginia Wesleyan team coming in here. Excellent team. Unfortunately, we've had a week to kind of rest our bodies and get ready for that one. And it kind of what we do is take it one game at a time. But we know every game's going to be a tough one here in the ODAC.
Gene, thanks for joining us. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Thanks for having me.
I'm joined now by Brooke Donnelly, junior tennis captain from Kennesaw, Georgia. Brooke, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
WNL has gone from a senior-heavy roster in 2015 to a team with just 2 upperclassmen this spring. With that in mind, how important is your role as one of the 2 captains?
Yeah, it's definitely been a different dynamic for our team this year, but our freshmen have done a great job taking care of business and being on top of things, and then our sophomores have also done a great job stepping up and helping Mary Elizabeth and I out with everything. So honestly, they've made being a captain a pretty easy job, and it's just been a lot of fun.
You earned All-America honors in singles last season. How has your experience at the NCAA championships helped prepare you for taking over the #1 singles spot this year?
Yeah, that was definitely a cool experience for me, and I think really it just helped me with my confidence going into this season, because I got the opportunity to see some of the best Division III players in the country. So it just kind of helps me relax going into our bigger matches, knowing that even though it's going to be a challenging match, it's nothing that I haven't really seen before, if that makes sense.
Speaking of bigger matches, you've got two nationally ranked opponents on the schedule in Fredericksburg this weekend, including a Williams team that has won 7 of the last 8 Division III titles. How can you benefit from playing this level of competition?
Yeah, no, actually we're all really excited to play Skidmore and Williams this weekend. Like you said, both great teams. Played both of them before, and it's always a close, good matches for us. And the cool thing about playing them this early in the season is that we're not really too concerned about winning and losing at this point as much as we are improving on things and seeing what we need to work on moving forward, because really we just want to make sure that towards the end of the season when we go to ODACs and nationals, hopefully that we're ready to go. So this weekend we're more focused on getting good practice, which regardless of the outcome we'll definitely get.
With such a young roster, what can WNL accomplish this season?
Yeah, the cool thing about having so many freshmen and people don't really know what to expect from us, and so it's kind of fun for us being able to surprise people and show them what we can do.
Brooke, thanks for joining us. Best of luck the rest of the spring.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Here with me now is Patrick Robertson, junior track and field captain from Norfolk. Patrick, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
WNL came in second at the ODAC Indoor Championship last month. How pleased were the Generals with the performance at the conference meet?
I don't think we could have done any better, honestly. Everybody had a really great performance. A lot of guys stepped up and had lifetime bests all over the board. It's sad that we couldn't get the championship, but all we can do is be happy.
How excited is the team to open up the outdoor season with the WNL Carnival this weekend?
Real excited. I think everyone's just gunning to get new marks and get into competition again.
You're the defending ODAC champion in the hammer throw. What kind of personal goals have you set for this spring?
Obviously win hammer again, maybe even break a couple school records in the hammer, obviously, and then maybe in the shot put and discus.
What are the Generals' expectations for outdoor season?
Win ODACs. I think that's it.
Well, Patrick, thanks for joining us. Best of luck during the spring.
Thank you for having me.
It's time now for a look at the upcoming weekend. Men's and women's swimming will compete at the Division III National Championships in Greensboro, with action continuing through Saturday. Men's and women's track and field open up the outdoor season by hosting the WNL Carnival. Both golf teams head to Georgia for the Jekyll Island Invitational, and riding competes at IHSA Regionals at Randolph. There's a full slate of home events on Saturday. Women's lacrosse will take on Catholic, and men's tennis meets Roanoke. Baseball welcomes in 6th-ranked Randolph-Macon for an ODAC doubleheader, while men's lacrosse wraps up the day against Virginia Wesleyan. And women's tennis heads to Mary Washington for the Blue and White Invitational. The Generals will face number 16 Skidmore on Saturday, followed by a Sunday morning matchup with 2nd-ranked Williams. For WNL Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.